You probably have already read the title at this point, and before you say anything or click away from the video or something, let me just tell you right now, let me just let you know, I was not planning on making a Max Headroom video. There was no plans whatsoever, no intentions, no reason to whatsoever to make any more Max Headroom videos. I woke up this morning, I wasn't planning on making any video. I wasn't planning on making a video. Of course, yesterday I did film a Soleimani Games video for some reason. It's not there. I'm still working on that. I'm gonna try to get that up. But I was not planning on making a Max Headroom video. I was well moved on from that. I was not looking into the case at all. I was not reading about it at all anymore at this point. I was not on the Wikipedia article or anything like that. I was really barely, if at all, reading the comments on my Max Headroom videos. Like really, I was not. Less so than I was before. And the only reason I did my commentary on the Mo Howard documentary about the incident is because I thought it was the best representation of the Max Headroom incident. Like in a documentary, I thought it was the best I've ever seen. I just wanted to give both props. That's one of the reasons why I did that. But the other reason being is that I want to give my insight on what he's saying, like what I think, as well as other stuff that he didn't mention. So that's why I did that. But more on why we're doing this video. So I was not planning on originally doing this, but then as I decided to watch one of the many copies of the Max Headroom Incident on the internet, I forget which one, and there was stuff as usual about the Reddit article, as I mentioned before, the BPOG one. Like people are always talking about, well, now we know who did it. Well, let's just say, I decided to click it for, old time's sake, because I hadn't read the article in a while. I thought I'd check it out, what's going on there. And let me just say, there was something at the very top of the screen that BPOG wrote that I was not expecting at all, and that's the point of this video. And I'm going to post a link again to the article below for two reasons. One, for those that are uninitiated can read it and figure out, and they can learn about the case that don't know. And two, just so you can see what I saw that made my jaw drop, because it really did. So, here's what it said. After looking into it for a while, I am happy to announce that we have formally removed J and K as suspects in the incident. That blew me away. I did not see that coming at all. So, and then I scrolled to the bottom, and he had a link on the screen. I didn't scroll to the bottom, but there was a link there as well at the bottom. But there was a link, so I clicked it. It said, for more information, read this. And basically, it was him. He talked about, because he said in the coming days prior to that, he was talking about releasing stuff about the incident. And he said that as of recently, he was working with Rick Klein of Fuzzy Memories TV, which is pretty much the guys that were restoring the Max Headroom footage. That's why in some Max Headroom videos, you'll see it says like at the bottom, like Fuzzy Memories TV, for that reason. But anyway, he was big on the case as well. So they were working on it together. They were working on the theory of J and K. They're looking into really specifically the equipment that would be needed to make this possible, the hijacking. And what they have found, what they have confirmed, is that it is impossible. It was impossible, being from 1987, it's impossible at that point to do what the Max Headroom Pirate did without having worked for a television station, like a TV station of any sort, whether it was WGN or WTCW or something like that. Like, you need to work for a TV station in the town, like near the area, in order for this to be carried out. You cannot be an outsider, no matter how smart or how technologically sound you are, like how much knowledge you have of that stuff. Doesn't matter. This stuff is simply not available to outsiders. And with that extent, that officially rules out J&K as suspects. I did not see that coming. Of course, granted, even if you could get it, it probably would have been hard. I probably could have guessed that. But he also did say that he is leaving the original article up just so people that are uninitiated can figure out what's going on with the case. But also, I have a second reason as to why leaving it up if I was him. It's interesting to read anyway. It's a cool story. And I always had two main discrepancies with that article anyway. And I'll briefly state it before I wrap this up. The first one, I said this one already about how when he overheard BPOG, that J and K are planning something big. So he asked K when he was leaving the Pizza Hut, because that's what they were eating that night on the day of the incident. What they were planning, and he said just be sure to watch Channel 11 that night. Of course, as I said, and B-Bug finally pointed this out too, you'd think that he did the intrusion, you would say Channel 9, because two reasons there. One, that was actually the first target, and the 9 o'clock news, you remember that? And two, there were a lot of WGN references in the second break-in, so you'd think that's one discrepancy, that he would have said Channel 11, Channel 9, WGN instead. I had done it. Now the second discrepancy, which actually I just realized this recently, there was really no real motive for them to do it. I mean, you read that article, and there's no real motive. I didn't see any motive there. I mean, yeah, they were freakers and all. Maybe they want to show off their how tech savvy they are or whatever. But is that a real reason to risk your entire life to do this? I mean, you got the risk of being caught and dragged down and jail for life. Is that gonna look good from your fellow freakers if you're doing this? So I had a problem with that, because reading that article, I realized when looking into motive, his motive to do it, like their motive, I mean, was as good as my motive if I were to do it. Like, there was none. So I had a problem with that. So the fact that it's fake kind of solidifies what I'm saying right there about that stuff. Now, as why you would say, be sure to watch Channel 11 is weird. I mean, I don't know what the point was. Maybe he's like a Doctor Who fan or something, because that's who was on at the time. But I don't know. But yeah, it's a favorite TV channel for all I know, because maybe some people have that. But the point is that they are no longer suspects. That's the point of this video, and it makes you wonder now, what are they going to do now? You know, it's pretty much like they're back to square one, really. I mean, they're at the same spot they were before the original Reddit article came out 4 years ago. I mean, so it really makes you wonder what they're going to do now. I'm interested to see that. If you feel the need, there's any more huge news like this, if it's really very important and will change the course of the case, let me know. But if it's like not important at all, like something stupid, like something I already know, or just stupid in general, I do not, no offense, want to hear it. I'm trying to move on still. I really do not want to hear this stuff, and this video is already one too long, so 2 links below as I wrap this up. One for the original Reddit article for reasons I've stated, and then the more detailed full article about the new breakthrough in the case. Alright, so I gotta go, and hopefully, I don't know for sure at this point, but I'm hoping this is my very last Max Headroom video, so goodbye, y'all.